the question of the day is, how are people finding their dentist in 2025? Is it Google? Is it social media? Is it YouTube? Is it ChatGPT? What is it, yo? It's becoming, surprisingly, a very heated topic. And that is what this episode is about. We're going to heat it up. Kelsey's joining me in live on the station of Market Lead Digital, coming in hot. Feeling so cool. From all the calls that Kelsey and I have done, seriously, this is a conversation, education that we're staying up on in the industry, but that we really do need to talk to the doctors about it because it's a part of the strategy on what kind of marketing do you really need to do to find the right kind of patients on which channels, where are the high quality patients coming into, and what search terms, what devices they're using, what channels they're using. It all goes together. So it basically turns into a therapy session most of the times, with the different practices. But after we're able to explain this to the practices, the doctors, they feel so much better about having a good roadmap and strategy for what they need to do for their practice on where people are searching. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So, Kelsey, who's right? Where are patients searching from? What's the answer?
Well, nobody's right, actually. It goes
What?
back to goes back to really because SEO and social media and even now AI, the generative AI, they all work together.
Mm.
It was actually kind of funny when you were talking about the therapy sessions, and I thought, you know what, we could add like another service that we provide because it has become, such a heated debate lately that we're not just your marketing agency. We're not just going to create you a strategy, but you could lie down on the couch here. We'll
Yes.
give you a full therapy
They kind
session.
of do that on these calls sometimes. Okay, cool.
So, really, what we're going to do today, though, Shannon, is we're going to break down exactly how the elite practices, the
Mm.
smartest practices across the nation, are using both search and social media to be able to attract those high patient qualities that they want. So, and the high value patients consistently coming into their practice.
That's right.
And if this is your first time hanging with us, which it shouldn't be, but if it is, welcome to Marketly. We have helped
Welcome.
establish multi-location dental practices and help them to attract their dream patients through strategic marketing, omni-channel marketing, and the newest one, zero-click marketing, as well as having scalable systems put in place that they can predictably know what their revenue is going to be. And you know what? Shannon and I, and really the whole team, we're in the weeds every day. We go into the weeds with practices right from SEO to local media to running paid ads and funnels. So we've got a front row seat to seeing how patients are actually finding their dentists in 2025.
Awesome. I'm excited for this episode. And Kelsey, let's just kind of dive into why do you think that this truly has become such a heated topic lately? Google, social media, these different avenues.
I think really why it's become so heated, or maybe it's more of a focus,
Mm-hmm.
is because types of agencies are starting to splinter off, right? You have a social media agency,
Mm.
you'll have a paid ads agency, you'll have the SEO agency, and they're all advocating saying, oh, well, this is actually what works. We're the best. This is why you should choose us. And so they're kind of preaching their
Mm.
own values, they're preaching their own ideals, which then sparks this debate. Well, should I spend in social or should I spend in search? What's better? What's going to attract the patients to my practice?
Oh, that's such a good point because they become experts in all of that, and it's very, what we say, splintered off, really.
It
Because
definitely is. Yeah, absolutely.
when you put it all together, it's a, I don't know, like full stack, or it's a complicated, right? To look at all of the different ways that people can come into your practice or how you need to market. So, another one of our questions that we have from our people is, what are we actually seeing behind the scenes on how our people are finding the dentist in 2025? Like, can you share some examples for us?
I can. We're going to actually like pull the curtain back, so to speak.
I love it.
So, platforms like Instagram, TikTok's huge now, Facebook, they're becoming more important for patients to research their providers. But SEO and Google still remain very crucial for healthcare providers. So it kind of like marries these things together, right? And what we've seen in real life examples, and we've even heard it from patients. I know there was a couple when you were down doing some video shoots where they were saying, hey, you know what? We actually saw an ad, and then we saw this doctor's face everywhere on Facebook. I swear he was on TV, which he's not, but they thought he was. And then they Googled the practice to phone, right? So it's not just search anymore. It has to have this multifaceted approach. And it makes sense because social media can kind of work together, right? Because social media can drive traffic to SEO. The posts can have links to your website. They can click through to learn more about that. They can watch a video and then they have a related video that can come up. So it can really kind of elevate the user experience and help to increase conversion rate. But then the inverse also works, right? So SEO can actually influence social media because it can optimize your website content with keywords. It can make it easier for social media platforms to understand what you're all about, what you're doing, and it makes it easier to share your content with engaged audiences. So they really do have a harmonious joining together for sure.
All right, that was a great explanation, Kelsey. But I think diving in a little bit deeper, what role does SEO Google play now that patients also use Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook to really vet their providers?
Yeah, I mean, patients have more choices than ever before. They also have more tools to do the research than ever before.
Yeah.
So, really, kind of what it boils down to is essentially SEO will provide the foundation, right? It provides the base to have a strong online presence, but social media can amplify it. It can help build relationships with potential patients. We've seen ones, using Instagram now to actually read reviews about their practitioner. We've seen ones look to Facebook and then come to Google or Health Grades and other areas that have those reviews and testimonials. And then we've seen ones come directly to the website where they want to watch a smile transformation. They have a video testimonial. So they can make that work together to really not just vet their provider, but also to have their source of authority, their source of trust to really shine through.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too. I'm like, I love that explanation because in the beginning we talked about really this is the birthing of omnipresence, omnichannel because of how people are changing. And it's that proof that they need to see, and it's that emotion, it's that connection, because it's like, here's kind of the technical, the thought leader type of videos out here. It's like, okay, that sounds good, but is this doctor who they say they are? Are they really going to take care of me? Will I like them? And that's what the social media does to get that proof, or and reading the reviews to make that final decision. Awesome. So, how can practices make SEO and social media work together instead of choosing one over the other?
Well, you really can't choose one or the other.
Yeah.
I kind of like use the illustration or maybe a visual representation of a dental implant, right? A patient can't come into the office and say, "I only want the post. I don't want anything else. I just want that." Right?
Yeah.
It just doesn't work for it to actually be effective and for you to
Mm.
be able to bite into the apple. You have to have both, and that's really the same with having that harmonious marriage between SEO and social media. They have to work together by using video content, by using the short form content, by using images and written content to all portray that same message.
Well, Kelsey, that was just really mean. That illustration. You know, the dentists are going to be like, feeling that one. They get it now. Okay, that was awesome. So, what's one simple step a practice could take this week to improve both their search and their social visibility, do you think?
So, a very simple one, and even if you don't have direct access to your website itself, even if you don't do that, one simple thing is just to improve your title tags
Hmm.
on the website. And that might seem, well, that's only going to do something for SEO, but it isn't. Because optimizing those title tags is actually going to help with social sharing. So when you share a link on social media, the title tag actually determines how it's going to appear on the platform, right? So how it's going to look. So when you kind of go through all your pages and you optimize those title tags for SEO and social sharing,
Hmm.
then it can actually increase your visibility on both search engines and social networks.
Dang, mic drop. Easy, easy, fun way to do it. I love it. I love it. So, all right. Now that you know SEO and social aren't enemies, they
They're
work,
frenemies.
they're frenemies. They're teammates. So, what's one thing you could do this week to show up better in both places? Think about that. And really it's finding that audience and thinking about where you want to grow as a fee for service office, whatever differentiator you want to do. Is it SEO, social, in building the relationships with the patients that are coming in? Like when you think, how could I be connected a little bit better to my new patients that come in? Or it's an easier new patient example. It's by using both, as Kelsey was kind of talking about, the SEO to be found and the social media to build up those relationships a little bit more before they even come in.
Definitely. And if throughout this episode, if there was ever a light bulb moment, I mean, it doesn't matter how dim it was, if it's 5 watts or 2,000 watts, drop it in the comments because we want to hear it from all of you.
Absolutely. Hey, and if you want to learn how to take one video and turn it into 57 touch points, click on the thumbnail that you see here and check that video out. It is absolute gold. This will help you connect everything that we were just talking about because it's connecting the content across Google, your social channels, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, YouTube Shorts, communities. You want to get those 57 touch points out there.